Once upon a time, in a peaceful village surrounded by beautiful green hills, there lived a humble farmer named David. He was known throughout the village for his honesty, hard work, and kindness. Although life was not always easy, David was thankful for everything he had and never complained about his circumstances. One bright morning, while working in his cornfield, David noticed something shining between the rows of crops. Curious, he walked closer and found a small wooden box with beautiful carvings on it. With great excitement, he carefully opened the box and discovered a magnificent golden key resting inside. As he picked up the key, he noticed a message engraved on it. The words read, "The gift of God." David was amazed. He wondered why such a mysterious gift had come to him and what it truly meant. Wanting answers, David visited the wisest man in the village, an elderly gentleman named Mr. Thomas. After listening carefully to David's story, Mr. Thomas examined the golden key for a few moments before speaking. "My son," he said gently, "this key is indeed a special gift. But remember, the greatest gift from God is not found in gold or valuable possessions. Its true meaning lies in the virtues it represents." David thanked the old man and returned home with many questions in his mind. From that day forward, he began thinking deeply about Mr. Thomas's words. He made a sincere effort to practice patience, kindness, compassion, humility, and gratitude in everything he did. A few days later, while walking through the village marketplace, David noticed an elderly woman struggling to carry a heavy basket filled with groceries. Without hesitation, he rushed over and offered to carry it to her home. As they walked together, the woman shared stories about her life, her happiest memories, her greatest challenges, and the lessons she had learned through the years. David listened carefully and realized that true happiness does not come from wealth, but from the love, kindness, and meaningful relationships we build with others. When he said goodbye to the woman, David felt a deep sense of peace and joy. At that moment, he finally understood that the golden key was never meant to unlock a treasure chest. Instead, it was a symbol reminding him to unlock the goodness within his own heart. From then on, David dedicated his life to serving others. He volunteered at the village school, helping children learn to read and write. He assisted his neighbors with their daily work whenever they needed help. Most importantly, he always made time to listen to those who were lonely or hurting. Slowly, stories of David's kindness spread throughout the village. People admired him not because he was rich or powerful, but because he lived with generosity, compassion, and love. Many began calling him the living example of God's greatest gift. Yet David never looked for praise or recognition. His greatest reward was the happiness he felt whenever he made someone else's life a little brighter. Every act of kindness filled his own heart with peace. Years passed and David grew old. Though his hair turned gray and his body became weak, his spirit remained as strong and loving as ever. Finally, as he lay surrounded by family and friends during the last moments of his life, David looked back with a heart full of gratitude. Closing his eyes for the final time, he realized that the greatest gift of God had never been hidden inside a wooden box or a golden key. The true gift of God is found in simple acts of love, kindness, compassion, and selfless service. These are the treasures that enrich both our own lives and the lives of those around us. And with that beautiful realization, David left the world in perfect peace. Moral of the story: the greatest gift God gives us is not wealth or possessions. It is a loving heart that serves others with kindness, compassion, and gratitude.